Welcome to Front Row Files. I'm your host, Jennifer Thompson. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to give a brief podcast today on some words of wisdom around looking for a company to even think about applying to. A couple of things that I want to go over today are the things to do before you even decide if you're going to apply for a job. Number one, and probably one of the most important, is to see if you would even like the job. And the way to do that is to find someone currently in the role. Contact them, ask them for a cup of coffee, and just dive into what a day in their life looks like. Maybe they'll let you shadow them. Maybe they'll allow you to do a ride-along, depending on what the hospital will allow or not allow. This is really important in the medtech space. There are several roles in this space that do require more of a lifestyle change than anything else. There are roles out there like the sales roles and the clinical roles that we have in some of our divisions that require you to be on call 24/7, that require you to be on call at least some of the weekends and some of the holidays. These are all very important things that you need to know before you go into the job search. It may not be the right fit for you, and that's okay, but it's better to know before you even get there. So doing the ride-along and the shadowing will allow you to see what their day really is like. And possibly, if you can do it even for more than one day, it'll give you a better idea of what their calls look like at night, how early they get started in the morning, how late they go. Maybe they're not on call, but they don't finish until late in the evening. So that would be my number one recommendation before you even think about applying for a role. Recommendation number 2, research the company that you're thinking about. It's really important to know how this company came about. What are the origins of it? What products do they sell? Who are their top competitors? What's their market share? For instance, our division or our company, the one that I work with, we have a great history where the founder of our company actually created the first battery-operated pacemaker. It's a beautiful story, and it is the foundation of our company. Our company also established a mission statement 60 plus years ago, and we still live by that mission statement today. All of our decisions are made based on whether or not what we're doing fits within that mission. And of course, the mission is completely patient-centered. So it's important to know what the company's history is for the one that you're looking at. Number 3, and this one I think is also very important. It's important to find a product that the company sells that you can relate to. When things get really tough in the medtech space, one of the reasons why people keep going or why they succeed is because they tell a story about the product they're selling. If you have a family member who has had a heart attack and received a stent, or if you have a sibling or a family member or a loved one with diabetes and you know what it's like to battle diabetes, if you or someone you know had a sudden death and they wear a defibrillator, these are all things that are super important to know about. And if you have a relatable personal story around any disease state, that really helps you in the day-to-day work that goes into the medtech space. It also really makes your interviewing super compelling and super exciting for the person on the other end of the table. I would say find a product that you can be passionate about, because sometimes when things get really tough, that's what keeps you going. And number 4 is research the skills necessary. Now, most companies have really robust websites, and they can go in and tell you exactly what they're selling and what is required to sell that product or be a part of that product. Some companies, even ours per se, has training online that's available to anyone out there. And if you want that opportunity to go in and test your skills and see if it's something that you can learn easily or not, then that's where you do it long before you put in your application. Because trust me, once you put in your application and you start to do the interview process, they will be testing you on your skills. So it's super important to go in early and make sure that you have the skills necessary to learn the product, learn the disease state, and be able to sell it and advocate for the patients out there. Those are my top 4 things I recommend you doing before you even apply for a job and before you even choose a company that you'd like to consider. So I hope this helps you on your next step into getting into the medtech space. Follow us for other great ideas and great tips on getting into the space that will give you one of the most remarkable careers of your life. Thank you for joining. Talk to you again soon.